I'm so confused. It's too soon to be having feelings for you.
Hey team, how we going? It's Kaz from In the Trenches with Kaz, and I am here today for a video for you who are looking to join the military, but not by yourself. You want to come accompanied. You want to bring a missus. You want to bring children. You're in a de facto relationship. You want to be recognised as de facto. You want to bring a mister. If you're in the Navy, I get it, or Air Force. Well, this is what the video is here for you. Let's have a coffee and let's have a talk about it, and let's put your mind at ease that we take you and your happiness and your life into the equation.
Fight! Fight! Get up! Fight! Get up! Fight! Fight!
We want you to succeed. We want your family to succeed. So step one. At the moment, did you know that I've just been speaking to a family? Those guys at the School of Infantry are about to get 8 weeks off to go back with their family now over the Christmas period. You're never going to get that time off unless you're injured on site in a civilian role. Family first, sometimes it is. All the best to all those that serve. Thank you for your service. So guys and girls, there's one thing you need to do. You need to get through your bloody head, oh shit, when you join the military, and that is to have the conversation early with your missus, with your mister, okay, with your children, etc., and let them know this is how I'm going to put food on the table. I need you to be part of the program. It is not a phase. This is the way I'll look after you.
Only if you could promise me you'll never die.
I owe you for supporting me in this. Help me to help you in the best way I know how, while also having a passion about this life I get once. Help me, support me, and I will support you. Trust me. Those words never come out well, do they?
Don't you say your goodbyes. Not yet. Do you understand me?
Have the conversation. We're in this together. Will you stay with me? Will we do this? Let me bring home the bacon, unless I'm Islamic. You can still bring home the bacon, but it's not real bacon. You know what I'm talking about. Kevin Bacon brought dance to the town. You decide, yep, we're going to do it. Whether you tell your loved one, your significant other, okay, before you do the U session, assessment session, or the PFA, pre-enlistment fitness assessment, is up to you. Because why start the arguments before you've started the ball rolling, where you can still say, no, okay, my family's not supportive, I'm out. It's not too late. So that's up to you. That's not part of my decision-making process. If you're having trouble with your partner supporting your plans, I can already tell you it ain't going to work for her. Or for you, with her.
And don't even think about anybody coming for you, because I never called them. Nobody knows you're here.
But that's a decision you're going to make as a young adult, or an older adult who's chasing your second life, so to speak. But let's assume that everything's A-OK. Your team alpha, all of you together. So we've got three categories. We've got married, we've got de facto, and we've got pending de facto relationship. You're going to need evidence of those, whether it be a shared accommodation, mailing address, etc., shared bank accounts, children, marriage certificates, etc. That's all on you. When you get to Kapuka, after you've done, wham,
A member of the Australian Army. A member of the Australian Army.
oath or affirmation, you've got your regimental number, you've just become a number, you've got on the bus, you may not even get seen, viewed, your family present because of COVID, and you get on that bus and you go down to Kapuka, the home of the Australian soldier, yep, and you go down there to start your basic training, your rookies, your boot camp, your basic training to become an all-corps Australian soldier. Well, you go down there. Let's just say you're highly successful. You go through the 12 weeks. During that 12 weeks, they're going to say to you almost straight away to put you on the books, to start the ball rolling, so to speak. Come over here if you're married, de facto, or you intend on being de facto with someone. Right, they're all going to be ladies at this stage, probably in the army, that are going to be with you, your significant other.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Okay, they come over here, they write it down. They're going to go, what evidence do you have of this, blah, 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 blah. The ball is rolling. They're not going to really cover this too much because, again, you're an Australian service soldier and at the moment, you're not actually qualified. Right, so you don't have to worry about that yet. Right, the 3 months is over. You've passed. You're leaving Kapuka.
Let's get started.
Remember, you won't go home to see your family. You're not going to get 10 days off to go home and celebrate that you actually just got the Rising Sun hat badge. You're going to go straight to your IET school, Initial Employment Training School. There's going to be conversations that you're going to be having with your loved one around here. Are they still supportive?
Promise, I will never die.
Are they supportive of the corps you're going to? Did anything happen in the last 3 months that has changed in their lives? Not just yours, it's not all about you. What about your children? Is there still a good green light? If so, we move forward. Last chance to pull out, so to speak. That's what she said. So, you get to your initial employment training. We'll say Singleton at the moment because it's the most regimental of the lot. You can't drive a car, you can't go away, you can't do things. You walk around in pairs, but you are treated like an adult in a dictatorship. You get to there and they again ask you, who is married, who is de facto, who is still waiting for their de facto to be approved, do you have the evidence? And that goes again on your file, because all of a sudden now you're going to be a blip on the Defence Housing Authority on their website. That there is a pending family that is going to need accommodation in the gaining location, whether it be Townsville, whether it be Brisbane, whether it be Pucka, whether it be Melbourne, whether it be Darwin, etc. You don't want to go to Darwin. Unless you're better looking than your dad, because there's not many ladies there, but that doesn't matter because you're going there with your missus. Or Mr. JJ the Submariner. So, you're halfway through your training through the School of Infantry, Signals, Intelligence, etc. It's looking pretty good. You're doing a good job. Now it starts to become real. And you're going to get spoken to about how to do the marry up, so to speak, with your family in the gaining location. Because you don't just get your missus to quit a job because you're at the School of Infantry now. You don't get your missus to move up there before you get there because you can't wait to see her and bam, you want to see her the first day you get up there. It doesn't work that way. You're also not going to get sent home for 10 days, etc. after you finish the School of Infantry Initial Employment Training to go home and make another kid, if you know what I mean. There is no celebration, hand in the air. There we go, awesome, we've achieved everything, now we're happy families again. Okay, because your family is still being continuing on their life. They need to know some firm dates when you're going to get up there. You need to plan for the next 3 months. Once you get into session, if you're not fit, you won't even get into session and your missus doesn't want to be with a loser. So make sure that you have your push-ups done. Make sure you've done everything before you get in the army to give you the best chance of passing the first time, not being back-squatted for untrainability, fitness, or attitude, or discipline, or administration. Get all those squared away. We expect you to turn up employed task as an adult, or we'll turn you into one the hard way. So, it's getting to the witching hour. You look like you're going to pass at the School of Infantry. There's going to be options available to you as the member based on the conversations you have with your wife, your de facto, or your pending de facto partner. If you are single, you will be going to the battalion, the gaining unit, and you'll be moving into the barracks environment unit. And you don't have a choice in that. If you have a partner, then you'll be given the option to move up there to prepare a house for your partner to come up, wife, de facto, significant other, for them to come up, and you will be getting rental assistance through the Defence Housing Authority, which roughly translates, and figures will change. Instead of paying $800 a fortnight market rent, you'll probably pay $400. You won't pay a bond, but you'll pay for everything that is damages, fixes, etc. on the unique rental authority forms that you're going to sign your life away on, okay? But it's a pretty good deal. It is. Just make sure you wash your wheelie bins out when you leave. It cost me hundreds of dollars just so the next people could put garbage in. Doesn't make sense to me either.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Take your time getting your partner to move up. You know, if there is not a house on the home find site, and all of this is going to make more sense to you once you get in and they give you the logons, all that sort of stuff. Just bear with me. I'm creating a scaffolding here so you can ask questions in the comments below. What's going to occur is you will get one of two options. One, a service provided accommodation, which is through the military, okay? Or you will get a civilian house with rental assistance to pay that. I would recommend, okay, wherever possible, to go into a complex, into an apartment rather than a house, until you make sure that this is really your employment for at least the first 4 years. You don't want to get up there and get dogs and all that sort of shit straight away. Yeah, make it work. So with that out the way, what will occur is you'll get to the battalion. You get up to the unit and they will say, new guys, come here. Who's married? Who's de facto? Who has a significant other or paperwork going through for the girl you met at the airport on the way up here that you want to call wife but you have no evidence? Got it. From there, what will occur is you'll start administrationally getting sorted out, understanding that you are not the power player here. Your wife is, your kids are. We need to give them the respect that they gave you and allowed you to do your career. So they'll have DCO, Defence Community Organisers, that will actively call and help your partner with the transition, not sexually, up to your gaining unit.
How dare you!
Maybe not. Okay, but also that'll be to do with schools, that will be to do with accommodation, that will be to do with employment, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, I get around here. Never know where I might pop up.
This is not time to panic. We're letting you know through this video that you will be supported the entire way. But don't rush it. And ladies, you need to hear this. Do not rush your partner. You've been away for 6 months. This is going on. Ryan keeps eating crayons. Or whatever it is. Because when you first get to the unit, you want him to get as soft a landing for you as possible, so that when you turn up there, everything is good to go, happy families, etc. Good for you, good for him, good for Army, good for relationship, which in fact is good for Australia. It's good for all. Yep. I hope this helps. There is so many people that'll be out there to help you. If you go to a place like Townsville or Darwin, they are quite aware of military people and understand the wealth that you have in that community. Put in the comments below any questions you have and we'll do a part 2 to this, answering your questions on families within the military. Okay? Ask those questions. And I can't wait to help you, because I tell you what, if you have a happy family, then you have morale, and then the man will stay in longer and the army will be better. But do remember one thing. Make this pact with your partner, that if you allow him to do this, to feed his family on the best way he knows how, then don't put pressure on him, because you will get so many extra things that you will not get in civilian life. You will get those leave entitlements that you'd never get. You'll get that time. You'll get that fun. You'll get that travel. You'll get those things that come with being a military family, which is so different to anyone else. And you'll get the legacy and the pride. There's bad things with it, but show me something that doesn't. Okay, guys and girls, take it easy. I'm here to help the families just like I'm here to help the applicant. Take it easy. Duty first. And I'm going to go and finish this coffee. And that's about it. Take it easy. Make sure you subscribe. That's just respectful. See you later. And by the way, why should you listen to me? Because I did 24 years in the military. I've got a kid. I was a soldier's son. I know what it's like. Moved around everywhere, settled down on the beach, had a great life, have great friends, had a great career, and I've got a lovely daughter. And guess what? I wouldn't change a thing. We lived life. We did. That's when parents used to smoke in cars. It was filthy.